my name's Sarah Sims, and you're tuned in to the latest edition of my Dance Music Masterclass. Today I'm going to walk you through how to create a country EDM song. I'll start off by playing part of the track that I'm working on, and then I'll start to break down some of the individual components of the track. So to start this track off, I began by using Captain Chord's Epic, and I programmed in a simple 4-bar chord progression in the key of A minor. You can see my chords down at the bottom are A minor, F major, C major, and C major. I wanted to use a guitar VST to strum these chords, so I chose to use Native Instruments Contacts and also Native Instruments Strummed Acoustic, which is a fantastic guitar instrument. And I routed the MIDI from Captain Chords into the guitar track here. And I did that by selecting MIDI from Captain Chords Epic to Captain Chords Epic. I set the monitor to in. Let's solo the guitar. We can see what that sounds like. The next part of the track is the pianos. So to create the piano chord progression and the rhythm, I used Captain Chord's Epic. I also could have done this in my DAW, but I wanted to work within Captain Chord's Epic. And you can see that I've created a syncopated pattern for the triads. It's exactly the same chord progression. And I've dropped the root note of each of these chords down by an octave, just to give these chords a bit more bass tone to them. For the actual piano sound itself, I'm using Korg M1 plugin, and I'm using the legendary Piano 16 presets. Here's how that sounds. For the second piano, I'm using Nexus Piano 2, and I've selected the Dance Piano 2K7 preset. Solo this out. And for this chord progression here, I've dropped the bass out of the second piano. You can see it's just the syncopated rhythm. To process these pianos, I grouped both pianos together, and I'm using OTT, a little bit of EQ, cutting off some of the low end there, and then Nicky Romero Kickstart 2. So they sound like this together. Moving on down, I've also got a saw in here. It's a Nexus preset. This is a very Avicii-inspired track, so there's certainly a lot of Nexus presets in it. And this is Dance Saw. It's playing exactly the same rhythm as the second piano. Next I have the basses, and to make the basses I actually layered 4 different basses together. Used a main bass, a plucky bass, a bass that's a bit more stereo, and then a sub. Here's how they sound together. So I don't have time to get into all the details of how I layered the bass, but this might be something that I visit in a future dance masterclass. Lastly, I do want to show you these lead guitars here because guitar is certainly an important element in country. I'm still kind of on the search for the perfect guitar VST. To make this first guitar, I used Nexus and I chose a preset called Country Potato, which actually works pretty well. I wanted an alternative sound to that to use in my track because I wasn't really sure that that's the one I wanted to go with. So I tried out Spitfire Audio's free guitar plugin, which is pretty cool that they're offering this free guitar plugin. It has a bunch of different electric guitar sounds in it in different styles, also acoustic guitars. And I've upped I think this is distortion in the plugin. And then to process this sound here, I'm really relying on Native Instruments Guitar Rig 7. Just let me solo with this lead guitar here, and let's check out the sound. I used a preset called Nashville City Nights. I'll play the guitar sound with and without this processing. So we're really getting a lot of power and tone from Guitar Rig 7 Pro. We don't have time to get into the rest of the components, but you can also see I've added some leads. I have some percussive loops here, and then I also have some different effects. Let's listen to the drop one more time. Thanks so much for tuning into my dance music masterclass, and I hope to see you back next month.